Along with wide receiver Darren Ambush, this is our preview segment getting set for Monmouth to take on Coastal Carolina, the #1 team in the country this past week. And Darren, let's start with that. Quite an opportunity for Monmouth to go out and make a statement this year against Coastal.
Definitely. It's definitely a great opportunity for us to go out there and show them what we got.
When you think about how the season has gone, obviously that great start in the non-conference and 3 tough losses in the Big South. If you had to pick a couple of things, the biggest difference between what you saw early on to what you've seen the last 3 weeks?
I just think that we've been working a lot harder in practice. Everyone's been picking it up. Everyone's been working their hardest and giving it their all in practice, and it really shows on the field.
Offense seemed to come back together a little bit against Liberty after back-to-back tough games against Presbyterian and Charleston Southern. What was the difference going into last week's game? It looks like you guys had some bounce back in your step.
Again, it's just with practice. I mean, everyone's been practicing harder. Everyone's been giving it their all, exactly. And B Hill's been making good reads, making good throws. Everyone else has been executing. The O-line's been executing. And the wide receivers are just running pretty good routes.
As you guys have started to break down Coastal Carolina a little bit, very strong defensive team, obviously, that you'll have to match up with. What would we expect to see for Monmouth, at least on the offensive side of the ball?
Well, they play a lot of man, so a lot of routes that are gonna try to confuse them a little bit, just to get everything kind of compact and our run game a little bit more like tedious and heads on.
When you think about for you individually, you're really starting to come on a little bit, feeling pretty comfortable in the offense.
Yeah, Beal makes it pretty easy. He definitely takes a lot of pressure off of the wide receivers, making really good throws, and I'm just trying to take heed of my opportunity.
Smart man, mentioning his quarterback a couple times during the course of the interview. Darren Ambush, wide receiver. Monmouth getting set to take on the #1 team in the country, Coastal Carolina, this Saturday. For more information on this game, check out our website at monmouthhawks.com. Monmouth getting set to take on the #1 team in the country on Saturday, along with head coach Kevin Callahan. I'm Matt Harmon here on the Monmouth Digital Network. And, Coach, it is an opportunity, certainly, for Monmouth to continue to improve on what they've done so far in the Big South, but a tall task taking on Coastal Carolina.
Well, it is a great opportunity, Matt, and it just shows you the quality of the football that's being played in the Big South Conference. To have the #1 team in the nation representing the Big South, I think it's great for conference play. And as you said, it's a great challenge for us to go down there to Myrtle Beach and play Coastal in this game. The currently #1 team is going to pose a great challenge to our guys.
When you think about for Monmouth now playing game 4 of the 5-game league schedule, hate to say encouraged after a loss, but I would imagine impressed or encouraged would be the word to use coming off a 10-point defeat against Liberty.
Well, I was very happy with the way that our team played. We certainly didn't do everything right, and we need to do some things an awful lot better, but the effort that we gave, the way that we played, particularly without some of our key guys making the trip down to Liberty. So it was a good start. Our guys showed that they could play and they belong in this league, and now we've got to try to correct the things that have kept us from winning.
It's certainly hard to keep anything a secret in today's day and age of social media and the polls. I would imagine the players looking and seeing that they will be playing the #1 team will put a little extra bounce in their step.
Well, we told them on Sunday that they were going to be facing the #1 team. Having seen the previous #1 team lose on Saturday, I was extremely confident that Coastal would rise to that #1 spot. And as I said, I think it's great for the league. It's great for our conference, and our players are excited about it.
Not just a good team, but great individuals on that team as well. Potential award winners on the offensive and defensive side of the ball. Alex Ross, their quarterback. Quinn Backus is their top linebacker.
They have it all. There's really nothing that they don't have or nothing that they're lacking on the offensive side. They can attack you in a variety of ways. Outstanding quarterback, as you mentioned. Terrific running back. One of the best receivers in FCS football. And over on defense, the Quinn Backus, outstanding linebacker, combined with a very, very stout defensive front, and probably the best secondary that we've seen this year.
I think everyone knew that the league schedule would be a bit of a grind, which it has been up until this point, but the mental focus right now of your team and where you feel they're at?
I think we're in great shape mentally. I mean, we're excited about the challenge that this week brings. You know, there's some games that we've played in the Big South that we felt we could have done a better job at, and had we done that, we probably would have won. You know, we're not satisfied just playing well and playing teams close. You know, we're still looking for our first conference victory, and that's where our mindset is right now, getting that first win.
Coach, appreciate the time. We'll see you down there on Saturday.
Thanks, Matt.
That's the head coach, Kevin Callahan. Monmouth getting set to take on Coastal Carolina, the #1 team in FCS football. For more on this game, check out monmouthhawks.com.